She said, "Please support me by writing me in as supervisor of Thornton Township in a... If you can do that, girl, you might be able to keep your cal." However, does Tiffany have any chance in this write-in campaign? I say she does, not because it's plausible, but because it's amusing to even think she does. Hi everyone, this is your gal J9EEV. Before we begin, please click the like button, subscribe, and fill out the comment section. We need to talk about this topic. Tiffany has a fresh strategy, but I swear I had to double-check that this wasn't a scam. This woman, the so-called super mayor, lost the election badly, the kind that makes people temporarily stop participating in public life. But instead of walking away gracefully, she's clinging to it like a contestant in a reality show elimination round. Now, some of you may be asking yourselves, what's wrong with a little hope? And I get it. Hope is amazing. Hope must exist. Hope is what keeps people going. A little optimism is perfectly okay, isn't it? But this is more than hope. This is a whole other issue, but this is delusion. Using a write-in campaign to win somehow is Tiffany's great strategy. Ma'am, what? Let's analyze this. Your Democratic run was unsuccessful. Awfully, you can't be written in as a Democrat. Additionally, you cannot be written in as a Republican. So, all of a sudden, you're just self-sufficient. Let's talk about numbers now. Tiffany was the recipient of 12.1% of the vote. This means that 87.9% of voters rejected her. But for some reason, she believes that her campaign, her message, and her presence will influence enough people to stop what they're doing and physically place her name on a ballot. Where did these people come from? Did she find a secret army of invisible voters? I'm convinced she doesn't notice them, so I don't either. Let's face it, if she's lucky, she could get written in by 2 people. And those 2 people, probably her parents, just to keep her occupied instead of pacing their basement and holding them accountable for her behavior, because you know how this would work. "I wouldn't be in this mess if you had just supported me harder," she would remark, sighing deeply and crossing her arms. In the meantime, her parents are just trying to live their lives, wondering how they ended up here. Girl, stop it, Tiffany. I genuinely like a good joke. I enjoy a good joke. But this isn't even funny anymore. This is simply disheartening. What aggravates me the most, at first I thought this was just internet jargon that someone had made up as a joke. But then I conducted some research. Do you also know where I obtained this? On her actual page? Yes, all of you, this is her post. This was written by her. I'm looking at her words. She sincerely hoped that this would be taken seriously when she released it into the public. Today is the first day of early voting, which runs from March 17 to the 31st. She said, "Tiffany, why? What do you know, though? Let's ridicule her. Let's listen to her thoughts. For now, I must know, what precisely does she think is happening here? Does she truly believe that this will work, or is this just a tactic to keep her in the spotlight and make it seem like she still has a chance? At any rate, it doesn't seem promising. It's behaving wildly. It is displaying hallucinations. It's giving, ma'am, please take a seat. For the purpose of argument, let's say that she did get some write-ins. Then what? Does she really believe that will undo such a big loss? Considering that 12.1% of voters truly supported her, why does she feel that the others are just waiting for a chance to write her name down? If they had wanted to, they would have cast their votes for her. In this instance, she might receive some last-minute assistance because she didn't lose by a slim margin. She was crushed. No, It was a long distance off, not even close. It was too much, but she still refuses to accept it. Girl, please, Tiffany, it's time to leave. Now is the time to go on. Now is the moment to try something new. For what reason? It's not this. At some point, you have to read the room. Eventually, you'll have to learn to recognize when it's time to finish up and turn in for the night. Tiffany, that was yesterday. Today is the first day of early voting, March 17th to the 31st, she said, knowing that Tiffany was the most knowledgeable speaker. Everyone, you had better pay attention. You had better include my name as this is the early voting day. Hurry up, everybody, right? Act quickly. She's already lost everything, so what's left to lose? You have nothing left to lose because she already took it. If she remains longer, she may return it to you. Is Thornton Township now covered by this? Oh, I see. Does she want that? Oh, I see. Does she have no interest in running for my mayor anymore? At least that's there. That's great. You can't keep all the hope alive, can you? You have to let part of it die. She said, please support me by writing me in as supervisor of Thornton Township. If you can actually pull that off, honey, you might be able to keep your Cal, because if she can continue in that position, she will be able to keep the $200,000 plus salary. That is her pay. Honey, more. Please, more. Okay, you know she'll try to reintegrate all her little oddballs into their former jobs, but wait, let's do something else. Because, Tiffany, I need to know if your Facebook account was compromised. I honestly think Tiffany's Facebook account may have been compromised, and this is just too much. She is currently only using trigger words when she walks about. I am pleased to announce that the township is in surplus and continues to grow, she stated. Support the leadership, please, Tiffany. You understand what you're doing. Does that make sense to you? She is essentially saying, yeah, you already know that I am robbing you. They came to an agreement. You steal it from me when I rob you, but what if this new man shows up and robs you in a different way? That's the problem. What if he doesn't rob you in the same way? That's what she's telling you. She's basically saying, at least you know how I steal. You don't know what he could accomplish. Write me in, Tiffany Henyard, if you want me to be your supervisor, she says in closing. Yes, Tiffany, that pass will be challenging. That pass will be quite challenging, but listen, I respect the audacity. I do think the audacity is admirable. Not that I don't, but that I do is what I want you to know. I do the utter foolishness of it. To be honest, I appreciate the commitment to the deception, and that was very diabolical. This is so funny, I can't believe it. Write me in, honey, Tiffany urged. Don't ignore me. Wish me luck and put my name on the ballot. Tiffany, you're hilarious. All right, let me know what you think. Do you think Tiffany has a chance to be Thornton Township's supervisor? Does she have a chance of being written in? Because it is important to remember the Village of Dalton incident. She won't be the mayor because she lost the campaign. What do you know? 2, I'm proud of her for letting that go. Yes, I am. She would be screaming and kicking in there, having a tantrum over it. I was certain of it, but she decided to disregard it. Like Elsa. Give it up. Actually, though, not at all. Because in reality, she is merely going around the block. All right, everyone, tell me what you think. Does Tiffany have a chance? Because I believe she does. Not because it's realistic, but because it's funny to say she does. I say she does, but she doesn't. Let's be honest. Keep in mind that Tiffany wasn't even chosen to hold that position. Can anyone remember how that happened? When Gonzalez yelled her name out at random one day, everyone responded, okay, whatever. Then all of a sudden she was in. We therefore question whether she could actually win an election in theory. We've never thought of it. No testing has been done on it. In a technical sense, that creates a likelihood it may happen. Stop being such pessimistic individuals, please. Quit being so negative. Anything is possible for you. Tiffany, I believe in you. If no one else believes in you, I do, daughter. I believe in you, and I believe you have no idea. But does she actually have a chance to speak? I mean, yes, she has a chance. An incredible possibility. That kind of potential is what she is dealing with. But let's have a look at the possibilities as it is theoretically possible. Enough people were drawn to her. The issue is, what would happen if everyone had the same idea by some odd coincidence? Even if everyone finds it funny, what if they all think they are the only ones who write her name in? What happens if they all do it without realizing that other people are doing it too? She has several write-ins before you realize it. It is possible more strange things have happened. I've never heard of them happening, but I'm sure they do. Do you mean Believe It or Not by Ripley? But it is what it is. If it happens, the people would have killed themselves. You know, I'm here for the chaos. That's the only reason I'm here. People have things to say, even though I don't live there. I'm not involved. This doesn't interest me, but I do enjoy a good roast. And that's how I first learned about Tiffany. On time. That's what it is. Me mocking others. Sometimes it might be a public service, and that's exactly what's happening. And I won't be persuaded otherwise by any of you. Now behave properly. But first, share your thoughts in a comment. Do you think Tiffany can make it? Tell me, please. I want to know whether anyone actually thinks there is hope. And tell the truth. It takes more than just saying yes to be funny. Why do you think she has a chance? Give me reason to trust that. Get me to think, because if you do that, you're a dreamer. I also love my Dreamer subscribers. You guys are the best. Yes, your mother loves you. Yes, she does. Relax. Thank you for seeing, and for more up-to-date content, please subscribe to my Celebrity Insider channel.